Now, Tori, I think it's kind of ironic we're talking today because I was actually earlier today watching some clips from South Carolina scrimmages or whatever, some of their media availability. And it's so funny. One of my suggested videos that came up on YouTube, it was from one of the TV stations in Columbia. And the video was 2010. It was the video when you guys got back to Williams-Brice after beating Florida to clinch the SEC East. Just talk about that again. You beat Florida. You're carrying Steve Spurrier off the field. I mean, the reaction you guys got when you got back to Williams-Brice. I mean, that's got to be something. That's got to be one of those memories that you'll just never forget.
That's something I wish every South Carolina football player can experience because it took us off guard. Obviously we knew we were going to celebrate flight from Gainesville back to, Columbia Airport. And I just never forget, like, when we got off the plane, we saw all these people. And it was like, all right, well, maybe it's just some fans that decided to, hang out and wish us well. And literally, the closer we got to the stadium, it looked like a game was going on. I'm like, why are all the lights on in the stadium? And they're like, bro, they're here for us. And literally, when we pulled up, it was 30, 40,000 fans inside Williams-Brice just to congratulate us on a job well done of clinching the SEC East. And I just remember just partying and celebrating with my teammates and hugging Coach Spurrier. And, we were so confident. We were like, man, we're in the SEC championship and, we're one game away from BCS. Back when I played, it was BCS, Sugar Bowl and stuff like that. Now it's the college football playoff. But, anytime you can use those three letters together, man, that lets you know you were on pace to do something special.
Now, like you said, you wish every South Carolina football player could get that feeling. Talk about the feeling, man, going to the SEC title. I mean, going to the Georgia Dome, which it's crazy. Georgia Dome's not even there anymore. Now it's Mercedes-Benz. But going to the Georgia Dome, I know it didn't go the way you wanted. I mean, listen, Cam Newton, he turned into Superman. I mean, there's not much you can really do. And we see Cam Newton is still doing it. So, I mean, there's I think it probably doesn't make you feel quite as bad when you're like, yeah, that guy turned out to be pretty good. But just to go to Atlanta, man. I mean, I saw an old picture a few months ago and just seeing Carolina in the end zone in the Georgia Dome. I mean, it just takes you back, man. It's just one of those awesome things. You'll never wipe away that memory. You know what I mean? It's an all for fans, for you guys. I mean, I'm sure that has to be something again that that experience will just never fade away.
Oh, most definitely. We hold it near and dear to our heart because we worked extremely hard for that. And being in Atlanta and just the atmosphere. I mean, it was when you watch it on television, it does it no justice by actually being there in person and all the festivities that surround the SEC championship game and walking through the tunnel of the Georgia Dome to go in there for game day. It truly felt like the national championship. I mean, I see why. Whoever loses in the SEC championship usually loses in their bowl game, their play, because it's such a letdown, like after the fact, because it doesn't get any better than that. I mean, most of the times when a team wins the SEC championship, they're going to win the national championship as well because it just propels you, and it's the opposite for when you lose. But obviously it was meant for Cam Newton to have that historic run. I mean, this guy came out of nowhere. He went from Blinn Junior College to leading Auburn to an undefeated season. I mean, at Auburn, we had them down 21-0, and they come back and beat us 28-24. And then in the SEC championship game, things just fell into place for him. Like, I never forget that Hail Mary before halftime. And
that was the one that did it. That was the one that did it.
When we went back to the locker room, we were like, we just can't do anything with this guy. I mean, he's bigger than all our linebackers. He's the same size as our D-line. And he was just a one-man team. And, hats off to him. But what we did was special. I mean, Steven Garcia, I always regard him as the best quarterback of all time. And the reason why is because when he got us to the Atlanta, I mean, no one else has ever done that. You can sit there and throw out all the stats, but the stats that truly matter is who won the SEC East and who got us to Atlanta. So that's something that, I always hold a spot for Steven because he did that. So many people doubted him and they told him, he's just another guy. He's just a guy. And really he was a leader. Now, there were some decisions he made along the way that I'm quite sure he wish he can get back. But when it came to dressing up on Saturdays and bringing it, he wasn't afraid of the big moments. So, that's something we was able to rally behind. And I think that's why, our team is so close still to this day.